Hi, I'm Jerry Drager, Drager's International Classic Sales in Burlington, Washington. We're here at Drager's Clubhouse and I want to show you this vehicle. I want to talk to you about this 1986 Corvette we have here. Now this is not a car I'd go looking for particularly, but I went out to buy a car from this gentleman and he had this sitting there next to it and I bought both of them. So anyway, I like the looks of it. It was clean, looked good. And I like Corvettes. I know this is not a real desirable year, but this is a pretty nice car. It's clean, it runs good, it drives good. This window here on this side was not working, and I took it over to Corvette Alley in Anacortes and had Dave go through it and service it and safety checked it. He ordered the piece for this. He knew exactly what to do to fix this. So this window works now, and so we got that working good. The thing rides and runs and drives good. So I'm not unhappy with it. We're gonna run it no reserve, and so the high bidder will own it, and they'll have a pretty nice car. It's 350, it's automatic. It's got cruise control on it. We don't know if it works or not, but we'll try it out on the road test when we do it. So we're still playing with it a little bit, learning about it. One of the backup lights was burnt out. We replaced that, so we got that all lined up. Everything seems to be good. It's got good rubber on it. It's got a lot of tire on it and everything, and I think you'll be happy owning this car. It had a little bit of a spot here in the bumper, and Leo, he fixed it, so the front bumper looks all real good and everything. The color is a little off. You don't notice it so much outside as you do inside. So when it's outside, it just kind of matches a lot better. But you can see this thing straight. The paint's nice on it. It's got these nice chrome wheels on here and these BF Goodrich tires on here. They're not very old. So there's a lot of tread on the tires and everything stuff. You can just see, and this top, of course, it comes off. We're going to take that off for you. So both windows work good. They're electric. You can just see how nice this door panel is. You can see the leather in there is all real good. You know, a lot of times they chew up right there. But these seats are good. They all look good. See across the dash. The radio, it works kind of. You got to play with it a little bit. I got it to go. I had it on CD and I couldn't get it off, and I finally got it off the CD. So the radio does play, but only the one speaker was working for it on the right side, and we're not going to mess with trying to fix a speaker on this car. So you may want to change the radio to something different anyway. So this glass T-top comes off. We're going to take that off. I mean, you can see how nice the door shuts. You can just see how clean it is. And again, we've got lots of rubber on here on the tires. I got the antenna. I was playing with it, so I got the antenna up a little bit. I'm not sure how I did that, but I did it. So you look at the back of this thing. It's clean, looks good. I was going to tell you, the mufflers, both the back mufflers on here have holes in them, and we're not replacing them. That's just the way we're going to leave it. This is not an expensive car in comparison. I mean, if this was a $40 or $50 or $60,000 car, I'd put new mufflers on it and stuff.
They're not loud though either.
No, I know.
The exhaust is quiet.
The thing is quiet and stuff. This is where your gas is right here. So you can see the gas tank's right there and stuff. This could have been cleaned up a little bit more, but you know, we're buying it. I've driven it. I've driven it. Where'd I buy it at? I bought it.
In Anacortes.
Yeah, I did buy it in Anacortes, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, I went to look at his one car he had, and he had the other one, this one's sitting there, and so I bought both of them, like I just told you. I mean, it's a nice car, and I like Corvettes. So somebody's going to be happy driving this thing. I know I didn't show you this chip in the paint right here, and I also got another spot here that I didn't even ever notice, and I just saw it right here. Anyway, there's a little spot right there. It's clean inside here. You can just see So and again, doors closed good. I mean, you're gonna enjoy driving it. I mean, I like driving it. It drove just fine. So, and I can get in and out of it easier than I can some other Corvettes. We're gonna start it up for you. You can see it's all a tuned port engine. You can see it runs good. Anyway, it runs good and everything. Brakes work good, power brakes. So we don't know about the cruise control, but we're going to try that when we drive it down the freeway next. So there you go. We're going to show you the headlights, turn signals, so on. So there's the park lights, there's the headlights, high beam, low beam. There's the running lights that come on. And also the turn signal's right there. Turn the turn signal back on here. So you can see the side light right there, works that one. And that works on that side right there. So you got all the lights are working good. Wipers, there's a horn. He's trying to figure out where the wiper, they're on the door. They're in the door, I think. There they go. See, they're working. And I was having a problem with them, and so when I took it over to the spray bottle works. Anyway, they were not working good, and we got that all working. David Corvette Alley in Anacortes, he got the wipers working good too. We're going to show you the lights here in the back. There's the tail lights, brake lights, and you can see the center light up on front there works, turn signals, and backup light. So all the lights work good. This thing just runs and drives nice, and everything's working. So this is your storage area behind here, so you can see that. You have storage underneath here in the back here. So those hatches are right there, and you can see there's not a lot of space in there, but you can store some things in there. It's got instructions on things too, how to do things there. We're going to take the top off here, so the glass off, and I think we'll put it in the back and see what it looks like. But Andrew's got his Allen wrench out that came with the car. He's undoing the screws. And I don't think we've ever taken one of these tops off before, have we?
I never have.
Yeah. Can't be too hard. So there's a fastener right there he's got to take loose. And take the top off. We got to take it off on this side too. We had to play with it a little bit. We tried to put it in front forward, but it's set up right there. It's got the space where the back goes in and clips in, and then it's got a lock right there. See, it snaps right down and locks in. So it's out of the way. The lid will close. So there you go. Now it looks like almost a roadster. So there. How's that look? So we took the top out, and we decided we better take it out and drive it by outside here for you to take a look at and see. See there, it's all open, looks good. Makes a different car out of it. we just took it out and took it around the outside here, and you can see it makes a whole different car out of it. So we took the top off. Now you drove it around just out in the parking lot, basically. We didn't take it anywhere. What do you think of it?
No, it just feels like a roadster now. I mean, you got fresh air coming in besides the windows, but it's just more open.
More open.
Yeah, no, I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, I'd leave it off all the time, probably.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, it looks good, I
The
think.
underside of the 86 Corvette. Just gonna show you a quick view of it here. There's not a lot to show you. These mufflers are in kind of bad shape, but the exhaust is pretty quiet because it's got resonators and a catalytic converter up front, but so the time it gets back here, exhaust is pretty quiet, but everything else is pretty clean under here. I mean, the rest of the exhaust pipe's all solid. I mean, it's just those pipes probably just from sitting. So probably a lot of time that start this engine up and run it, and then the condensation from the engine just builds up in the exhaust pipes and sits in those mufflers, and they probably just rotted over the time because the rest of this car is in great shape. I mean, look at these floor pans. They're not beat up or they haven't been hit the bottom or curbed or any of that stuff. Running boards, rockers, whatever you want to call them, they're all solid. These Corvettes, a lot of times they'll bottom out just because they're low to the ground, and there's no road rash from any of that stuff, so it's good that way. Anyway, the front end's all in nice shape. See, there's the resonators for the exhaust. I don't know if I showed you the catalytic converter right there. It's still there, so that's all intact. There's the bottom of the automatic transmission. And see the engine block. I mean, there's no oil buildup on or anything. I mean, it's a clean car. So it hasn't been driven a whole lot over its, what, 30 years of life, or almost 40 years of life, I guess. So shows you how old I'm getting. I'm older than the car is, so anyway, it's a 40-year-old car almost. So anyway, very good shape for what it is. So there you go.
Here comes the Corvette out. We're gonna take it down the road. You can see the backup lights are working, the brake lights are working there, and everything. It's a good looking car. You can just see how good it looks.
It's showing 50 on there, and the GPS is showing 48.
48, so it's pretty close.
Yeah, it's come up. They're about even now, 52 and
Yep,
50.
52 right now.
They're a couple miles an hour off, so yeah, pretty accurate.
Yeah, it takes off.
Yeah, it's 70 almost. You gotta take it on this road.
So what do you think?
I think it's a neat car. I think these things are a lot of car for the money. I mean, they got everything all the newer ones have, and they don't have the horsepower, but they're still a fast car because they're so light.
Yes. So we're gonna take it up down the freeway for you, so you can get a chance to see it running down the freeway, and you can just see it drives nice, smooth. Quiet, doesn't make a whole lot of noise. We have a feeling that this car probably hasn't been used a whole lot, but we don't know any history on it at all, particularly. I bought it from a guy. I went to look at his car he had for sale, and I bought it, and this one was sitting there, and he wanted to sell it too, so I bought this one also. It was nice and clean looking. Sometimes these cars get beat up and trashed around, and This one I don't think's been used all that heavily. You see how nice the dash is and everything?
That's enough for it.
How fast were you going?
I think it was doing 65 or something. I'm at 70 right now.
You're at 70 right now?
That's 80.
That was up at 80? Anyway, you can see it drives good. So what do you think about it?
It handles great, feels nice. Not much to complain about. I mean, it's just fast, fun, smooth, quiet.
Yeah, it is quiet. I hear a little rattle every now and then in it and stuff when I was driving it, but not to any extent. The radio kind of plays. The speaker on this right side works, but the left side doesn't. We're not going to do anything with it. And we think that the heater doesn't work. Oh, try the cruise control.
No, it's working.
It's not working?
Doesn't seem to be. No.
So there's a few things you got to fix on it if you want them. Some people don't ever use cruise control. Me, myself, I kind of like it. Andrew thinks he's a race car driver too, see?
Yeah, let's roll around the corners.
That's doing what it's supposed to do. Got a lot of rubber on the ground too. So it's got good tires on it. I don't know if
and up to 70% if you're on propane. Big savings in energy costs over the years, not to mention what you'll save in repair costs on your older unit. West will tell you
it
all
sounds
about
good,
the
but we only got the one
prepaid
speaker and we
incentives,
also have a
0%
CD in it.
options, and they'll help you
And
find
that
the
works.
system.
I don't know how to change it though.
You know how to change it.
There it goes.
No, that's the CD playing right there. Okay. He thinks he's a racer. Anyway, we think you'd enjoy driving this car. If you're looking for a Corvette at a reasonable price, you can buy these pretty reasonably. And this one's going no reserve, so highest bidder's gonna own it. I know the heater was working because I used the heater, but I didn't try the air. But we tried the air and it's not working. We're gonna watch Andrew take off here and see how he does. It's quick. Look at that. So here he comes. You can see it tracks nice and looks good. I know it stops. The brakes are all good because we had them all serviced and safety checked, so it's ready to roll. Okay. Just a smooth takeoff. Works good. So here he comes back from our trip. pretty car. And it looks really good. Back to Drager's Clubhouse. Here we come back from our trip down the freeway for you so you can see it run and drive. Camera's got to get out of the way. I think you find this a pretty nice car. Not perfect, but it's pretty decent. I saw a couple other spots in the paint that I hadn't seen before, so there's a few little issues with it. But I think overall, you'll like this car. So Andrew, this is the first time you've driven this car, was today.
It is, yeah, it's the first time. It was a lot of fun. It's snappy. I mean,
I think you were impressed with it.
Yeah, I mean, I laid rubber down, didn't I?
Oh yeah, you both times, and
getting on the freeway, I think we got up to 60 before we were even on the freeway. We were still on the on-ramp, and it handled well and quiet, smooth. I think these are neat cars. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, they're
they handle just as good as any Corvette. I mean, they're
people don't pay much money for these things, though.
And they're a lot of car. I mean, they're very well engineered, a lot going on, and they're still fast, even though they don't have 500 horsepower. They're still really quick cars. Yeah.
Well, good.
Yeah, no, I enjoy driving it.
I hope you enjoyed this video, and give us a call, 206-533-9600.